Welcome to CIS 102. Today we will be using Cisco's Packet Tracer, and we will be doing activity 6.1.1.5, configuring static and default routes. Our objectives: configure static routes on each router to allow communication between all clients, test connectivity to ensure that each device can fully communicate with other devices. So the first thing we're going to do is determine if there is connectivity from each PC to its configured gateway. First, use a simple ping test. So we're going to open up BOPC, desktop, command prompt, we're going to type IP config. Note that the IP address for BOPC and the default gateway address. The default gateway address is the IP address for the fast Ethernet on the branch office. Now we're going to ping 192.1.1. We have a successful ping. Next we're going to click PNPC. Open up a command prompt, IP config. Note that the IP address for PNPC and the default gateway address is the IP address for the fast Ethernet interface on PartnerNet. Now we're going to ping 192.168.3.1. That ping is successful. And if we ping the main router, it should also be. Ping this and see if it's successful. Okay, so we can reach each router with its own computer. So we're going to ping between routers to test connectivity. We're going to select the console cable. So the problem is we cannot contact router to router. So what we're going to do is configure default routes on the branch office and PartnerNet routers. So after we've viewed the routing tables for each router, we need to configure static routes for each router. So first, determine which routes need to be added for each device. For the branch office and the PartnerNet routers, a single default route allows these devices to route traffic for all networks not directly connected. To configure a default route, you must identify the IP address of the next hop router, which in this case is the main office. Okay, so let's see, we're going to open up the branch office and hit CLI. We're going to enable. We're going to enter the global configuration mode, conf t, and we're going to type in IP route 0.0.0.0 space 0.0.0, and then our next hop is 10.10.10.1. We're going to type in end, and we're going to copy, run, start. Okay, now we're going to open up the PartnerNet router, and we're going to do enable the PartnerNet router, enter the global configuration, conf t, and we're going to do IP route and this one's going to be 10.10.10.5. Okay, end. And we'll copy run start. Okay. Now we need to configure the static routes at the main office. Configuration of static routes at the main office is a bit more complex because the main office router is responsible for routing traffic to and from the branch office and PartnerNet LAN segments. Okay, so the main office router knows only about routes to the 10.10.10.0 and 10.10.10.4 because they are directly connected. Static routes to the 192.168.1.0 and 3.0 networks need to be added so that the main office router can route traffic between the networks behind the branch office and PartnerNet routers. So we're going to open up the main office router command line, and we're going to type in enable conft. Now we're going to hit IP route 192.168.1.0 space, now the subnet mask, now the hop. Now hit enter, and we're gonna type in the other route. 192.168.3.0 space, now the subnet mask. Now the hop. .10.6. Enter, end, copy run start. That should enable the routers to talk to one another. So we're going to ping to see if we can talk to from BOPC to PNPC. So we're going to type in, we're going to ping 192.168.3.2. Our ping is successful, so our routing tables are now correct. And we're going to ping 192.168.2.2, and that's the other computer. And we have a successful ping, so the routing tables are now complete, and this completes the exercise.